Hi, beautiful friends. Welcome and welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Jen, and let me start with a little introduction. I'm 46 years old, a mother of 5 kids and 3 stepchildren now. I just got married in April, and back in January, the end of January, I decided to go back to school to get my license to do aesthetics. Now, I do have a bachelor's degree in education, many years of experience in education, but I decided I wanted to pursue a new degree and had the opportunity to, so I did it. Now that you know that, if you would please hit that like button down below. Please make sure that you subscribe and turn the notification bell on. I wanted just to do this video because the people who are watching this that are interested in information on passing your board exams, I have some information for you. So when I was getting ready to graduate, I was told that the board exam is hard, and to prepare for that and to lower my expectations. The reason for that is because I graduated with 100s on all of my exams at school, and that was a doable thing. I mean, yes, I did work hard for it, but it was pretty well known that I had pretty high expectations for myself, and so I'm sure that's why I was told that. In fact, I was told that if I got anything over a 90 even, that I would be the first person in many years to get over a 90 at my school. So I decided I was going to get over 90, right? I really wanted to get over 90. The written exam, I had a lot of choices, and so I intentionally did it very soon. As that turned out, I had 6 days specifically to do it. And I want to tell you how I studied for that exam to help those of you. That this app right here, the black and white one that says Esthetician, that is a great resource, and I would have to agree. But I did pay $9.99 for that, and that was a good investment. So I studied using that. There were also multiple practice exams at the end of my textbook that were not like based on my textbook. They were meant to be practice exams for the written board exam, and I used those to study. I was told by my advisor that studying anatomy and physiology and diseases and disorders were really 2 things to focus my studying on. And so I did. That's what I focused a lot of my studying on. Somewhere in all of this, I found out that my state uses the test from the NIC, National something of Cosmetology. Look them up, they're a thing. And multiple states use them. I don't know which ones, but quite a few do. That was good information, because I also found out that they use several textbooks, but one of them so heavily used the Milady textbook. And that was good information because terminology can be everything. So during those 6 days, I used that app. I did a lot of the practice exams, and then I started watching YouTube videos that had practice exams and also had studying through the actual Milady textbook, which I did not have, but through that Milady textbook, and I watched so many videos on that. And remember, Anat and Phys, that's like known for being a difficult course for everyone in college. And I had somebody say, well, you just need to learn the skin. Okay, but almost every, not even almost, every body system in anatomy and physiology does impact the epidermis, right? Like the epidermis, the skin that you see, is the largest organ in your body. Remember that, it's on your chest. And so if your state uses that test, and if they don't, still check to see if your test does this. I was able to bookmark a question if I wasn't sure about it, and then it kept track of all the questions. I could go back to any questions, but my bookmarked questions were highlighted. And that was nice, because something that I found during my time in school and when I did that practice test is that sometimes they'll ask you, question number 5 asks da 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 da, and then question number 12 is something related to question number 5. Sometimes question number 12 in the wording will even give you the answers to question number 5, or at least it will give you some prompting to help you answer. And my methodology for when I took the test was every question that I was absolutely 100% certain on, I just answered. I read the questions carefully, every word. Remember that our brains, science, this happens when we are reading all of our brains skip words. So read it out loud to yourself in your head and the answers, because you can get tricked by just one little word, like the word accept can change the whole meaning of a question. So I read them carefully, answered the question. If I was 100% sure, I went on. If I was not, I still answered it most of the time, I think, and then I bookmarked it. That was really helpful because of that phenomenon I just told you about, the test question 5, question 10. That did happen. So that was really a helpful thing to do. You know what? To be encouraging, I will tell you that the vast majority of the questions, I knew the answers, 100% sure. Like one of them might have been, I don't know if this was one of them, but the primary colors are, the questions that were hard, and it was hard, we'll admit that it was a hard test. It was hard because it had more than one right answer, and you had to decide which one was the most right. And I had a couple at the end that I felt like were equally the most right. After taking the test, I would say that yes, anatomy and physiology, diseases and disorders, also study sanitation and guidelines. In the end, I graduated. I got a 92, and I am very happy and proud of myself for getting that 92. I'm honestly surprised. Even when I was taking it, I was surprised. So the last thing I want to tell you about this test, the test still took me 1 hour and 10 minutes, and it's 110 questions. You have 1.5 hours to take it. Now, I point this out because for me to take 1.5 hours or 1 hour and 10 minutes, that's a lot for me, because I tend to not need that much, and it still took me 1 hour and 10 minutes. And so I wanted to bring that up to tell other people, pace yourself, keep an eye on the time. I have a feeling that that's really important for some people. If it took me 1 hour and 10 minutes, it's going to take other people, that's going to be harder. Just knowing that I happen to be good at taking tests. And that's why I hate tests, because it's not actually a very good representation of what someone knows, because some people are just not good test takers, and it's not because they don't know the same information. Anyways, I could go on a rant about that, but I wanted to share that information. I hope that's helpful to someone. If anyone else is studying for your state board exam and you have any study tips, please feel free to comment down below what those are, so that other people who come across this video do have some really good tips to what to study. If you're taking the test, very best of luck to you. I hope that you do well. I still have my practical to take, and we'll see how that goes. And now let me show you some fun stuff that I recorded last week or so. If you're new here, nothing looks new. Wedding stuff still in the background. If you have been here for a while, something changed, and yes, I want to show you. So for those of you who are new here, this is me, my hair long and straight. And here is me with my hair curled but long, and that's what I cut off. Yes, actually was grown out for my wedding, so I'm excited to have the short back. I love it. Hey, I recently got to go to Las Vegas, and I went there to see Miranda Sings and Mrs. Colleen Ballinger, featuring Mrs. Colleen Ballinger. It was so fun. The show is amazing. She's amazing. It was so fun. I did manage to get my hands on a Relax the Podcast t-shirt, which I'm excited about. Eric was there that night, which made it just made my night to see him there. Still holding out. Someday I want a Relax the Podcast hoodie in that teal turquoisey color. Someday. We had fun though. Besides going to Miranda Sings, we also went to Omega Mart. Omega Mart is by Meow Wolf. There's a Meow Wolf in the city that I was born and raised in, and so I've been to that one many times, but Omega Mart is the one in Vegas. Omega Mart. If you don't know what it is, go Google Omega Mart, Meow Wolf. It's crazy fun. Wicked fun. Omega Mart is really like a grocery store, and you can actually buy things there. A lot of things. For example, I got this Liquid Death can, and it says sparkling water straight from the Alps, murder your thirst. And the whole thing is funny. Like, we could actually buy this. The whole thing is funny. Another thing that I purchased there, well, this is just their Omega Mart thing. The What is Butter I showed you. And, oh, I also got some gum. Doomed Expedition. So it's weird, but it's fun. That's Meow Wolf. That's all Meow Wolf for you. We also were able to go to the M&M store, which was fun, and we did purchase a lot of little M&M's things, including little magnets for a fridge and colored M&M's and a little purse pouch, M&M pouch. Oh, one of the coolest things that we found in the M&M store was a Skittles machine. And inside that Skittle machine, they had lime. So I was able to make my own bag. I've eaten about half of them probably. My own mixture bag of Skittles with lime in it. And tell you a little bit about my trip. It was tons of fun. We did an Airbnb there. Don't recommend that one. They turned off the air. It's over 100 degrees in Vegas and they had no air. Thankfully, we got there early. We left at like 5 in the morning and we drove straight there. We really stopped only when necessary with as many kids as we have. That was, you know, we counted for a couple hours in time stopping, but we had to get to Miranda Sings and Colleen Ballinger. We had to get there by 7:30. Our tickets is when the show started, and we made it in plenty of time. We actually had time to go to our Airbnb first. And it was so hot inside. So we turned on the air and it actually didn't cool down completely until about 5 o'clock in the morning, but it was at least mostly tolerable by the time we got back. Miranda Sings is wonderful. She has a lot of dates and I know she's adding more dates. If you have the opportunity to go see her, absolutely do that. Highly recommend. And I do recommend Relax the Podcast with Colleen and her husband, Eric. It's really funny. It's just very amusing. Her sister, Rachel Ballinger, she's doing a vlog of herself and her girlfriend right now, daily vlog, while they're traveling in Europe. And they have been having a fantastic time and it's really fun. She's a fun person to watch also. I watch Colleen's vlogs, and I'm actually more of a Colleen fan than a Miranda fan. Maybe it's because Colleen has kids and I just can really relate to her, and she's someone that's super fun to watch. I highly recommend her. But this podcast is awesome. None of this is promoted, just had to share. I am sitting here editing and I realized that I didn't like the endings of any of those 3 videos, so I'm just going to start over. So thank you very much for being here and for watching my video, and I hope that that was helpful, entertaining, / whatever it might be. I always appreciate the support here, so make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.